The Galactic Empire did not understand humans. Not really. They saw Earth as a minor planet, its people fragile, emotional, and ultimately insignificant in the grand theater of interstellar politics. That was their first mistake. The second mistake was assuming that civilians, especially children, were nothing more than weak collateral in their conquests. When a group of Imperial enforcers executed a young human boy on the capital world of Phulos, they did not realize what they had done. The child was not just anyone. He was the son of General Alexandra Volkov, the ghost of Earth's wars. Alexandra Volkov was not just a military leader. She was a legend, a specter whispered about in darkened war rooms across the galaxy. A veteran of 100 battles, her strategies were ruthless, efficient, and unrelenting. The Empire had fought humans before, but always under the illusion that they were like other species, predictable, bound by fear, limited in their rage. But Volkov was different. She had been forged in the fires of Earth's endless wars, where honor meant nothing if it did not lead to survival. Her soldiers were not just warriors, they were predators, trained in tactics so brutal that even the Empire's elite shock troopers feared them. The Empire had once called her the Butcher of Orion, for how she turned an unwinnable battle into a bloodbath, leaving only one Imperial survivor to tell the tale. But even the Butcher had a weakness, her son. And now he was gone. The last transmission. The Imperial governor of Phulos barely registered the execution of a human child. It was an afterthought, a minor consequence of pacifying the local population. He didn't expect an immediate response. After all, humanity had always been slow to retaliate diplomatically. Instead, the entire planetary defense grid went dark in a single night. The capital city's power systems failed one by one, leaving the towering spires of Phulos shrouded in eerie silence. Ships in orbit lost contact with the surface. Elite Imperial forces sent to investigate found their commanders dead in their sleep, throats cut without a sound. Then, the first message came through. A simple transmission, spoken in a voice devoid of emotion. Your empire took my son. Now I will take your empire. The silent war begins. Volkov did not attack Phulos with an army. She did not launch a fleet or send a formal declaration of war. That would have been merciful. Instead, she unleashed the Ghost Division, a unit of human spec ops soldiers so feared that even Earth's own governments hesitated to use them. One by one, the Empire's key officials vanished. Supply lines collapsed. Entire garrisons turned against their own commanders, driven mad by misinformation and psychological warfare. Assassinations, cyber warfare, and targeted strikes dismantled the planetary infrastructure before the Empire even understood they were at war. By the time Imperial High Command realized the extent of the disaster, it was too late. The capital was already burning. A mother's wrath knows no mercy. The governor of Phulos was found inside the Imperial Palace, impaled on a human combat knife. His body was left on the throne, his eyes still open in frozen terror. Above the palace gates, a single message was scrawled in blood. For my son. By the time the Imperial fleet arrived, Volkov was already gone. She had left Phulos a ruin, not just a military loss, but a symbolic annihilation of the Empire's invincibility. What followed was not just war. It was extermination. For every human child killed, an Imperial city burned. For every family shattered, an Imperial world was left silent and lifeless. The Empire had thought itself eternal, but it had never fought a mother's wrath.